And, and Christianity has, for the past 200 years now, failed to look forward into what we were getting into. We needed B.B. Warfield and the Princeton boys to write the fundamentals of the faith again to combat liberalism, because we didn't think liberalism would take over the church, and boom, liberalism became the predominant American outpouring of Christianity. It was your social justice warriors of ye old times, like the 20s. When homosexuality and all the different social justice things came about, where were we? We were playing catch up. We never we all culturally agree that homosexuality is evil, right? Yep. All right, moving on from the ends. So as for some of you, we don't need to know about that. We know that the gays are the evil ones. No, we fail to stop ourselves and say, let's prepare ourselves for the next big thing. So when this thing happens, well, do we shut down churches? Well, Romans 13, right? I mean, it says right there, the chapter break, Romans 13, submit to the government. There's a bold header above my Romans 13 that says submit to governing authorities, right? Whew, good. I've done my search. Search the word government. That's to be. But again, we're in conflict. The governing authorities that Paul is talking about isn't red, white, and blue, the best that America has to offer. Yeah, I mean, they're politicians, but they're only a little bit corrupt. They're not like Rome corrupt. There's no underground secret layer of child pedophiles that are going around snatching up children, selling them on black markets. No, these things are happening, and we are failing to meet that conversation before it happens, and now we're playing catch up, and we're always doing that. We've been doing that for a while, and we're floundering. And I think this current time is showing us how important those conversations are. So here in Michigan, we're told that we have to stay in our homes for another 15 days. Well, unfortunately, the form of government that I have is that the governor doesn't make the laws. The legislature makes the laws. And so any executive order to me is an illegal order. Which government do I follow? Do I follow the person who's trying to exist outside the prescribed government? Or do I follow just the new dictator? Even if she doesn't claim herself as a dictator, do I just assume that's where I'm standing? And so anything that the governor says, I then must follow? Okay, let's say that's not the case. What do I do if a police officer pulls me over and puts me in handcuffs? Am I able to defend myself? Because I'm being kidnapped at that point. I'm illegally being detained. Do I have the ability to kill people in that situation? Those are conversations that we need, and we're not having. We're having Romans 13.
Yeah.
Romans 13. Yeah. Oh, great. I agree with Romans 13. So submit to them when you have a grievance and people are being mean to you and they're violating your civil rights, your legal rights. Submit, because you don't want to take vengeance, because you will overtake vengeance, especially because you're angry. That I mean, from Moses onward, the appeal to the judges, go to before the king and state your grievance and really split your baby. And we're not having those conversations, and those are very important ones, because you're going to have people say, I'm an American and a Christian. And really, we should be saying we're Christians living in America.
Living in America. Yep, exactly.
But, my grandfather, he fought in World War II. He pledged his life to the red, white, and blue. The reason we're floundering as a country right now is because we don't say the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't have the Bible in school. We're not forcing kids to say prayers in school. Great. I don't want any of that. Let's divorce ourselves from that culture, because look at where that culture is given to us. It's gotten to us where we're at now, where we're like, oh, well, maybe homosexuality isn't evil, because you've claimed that homosexuality is this scourge people, and they're child pedophiles and the worst people. But my Uncle Bill, I don't really have an Uncle Bill. My Uncle Bill, he's gay. He's living with his guy that he calls his husband. He's really nice. Where's this? It's that scare tactic.
Yeah.
It's when they did Reefer Madness, and they said, here's marijuana. It will make you run old men over. You'll get into organized crime, and you might attempt to rape your sister.
Right.
Well, I saw my buddy. He smoked one thing, and he just coughed and giggled a lot, and yeah. So we let the culture then take over for the church, and we're not addressing these things, and we need to.